It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas everywhere I go. Da 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 da. Well, guys, it is pretty good for Bitcoin, but it looks pretty bad for altcoins. Now, something that I kind of like to look back is the past data of most, most of our crypto price history, and unfortunately, every year during Christmas time, it's a dump for the whole crypto space. Now, um, take note, Bitcoin thankfully hasn't really budged as drastically compared to the altcoins, but the altcoins are all pulling back. So I have a few theories that I kind of want to share. But first, let me share the price history of Bitcoin exactly during the eve of Christmas. Now, it is the eve of Christmas in Asia, which is right now in Singapore, it's the 24th of December. But for everywhere else, it's still considered, I think, the 23rd. So let's just look back at the charts, and then hopefully we can prevent some mishaps. Unfortunately, I have one person who, whether or not it is true or not, got liquidated, right, or at least lost 1.3 BTC. It's very unfortunate because I always mention that doing leverage is one of the things that you don't want to do unless you are doing it at very very low leverage and you kind of like are not putting everything, all eggs into one basket, into one position. That's that's something that I've always advocated. I've never changed my tone on this because we don't know, really, guys. We don't know. We're now buying things at a new level. Buying should never stop, in a sense that if levels have changed or went up, you have to accept the new level. You know what I mean? You can't always be hoping for prices to be back in the day where Bitcoin was $1,000, or let's just talk about Bitcoin back at $3,000 to $10,000. You can't think that way, right? But right now, when you look at the whole space is still favored towards Bitcoin. Very obvious. We are looking at the dominance closing in on 70%. That means every dollar that goes into the crypto market, 70 cents go to Bitcoin, 30 cents goes to everything else. Maybe Ethereum, obviously Ethereum being the second market cap, largest market cap coin, that will take the next better seat. But that being said, everything else, altcoins are being decimated as we speak. So every year, said to be the Grinch, or the guy who kind of pours the water on the wet blanket. I think I said that wrong. But anyway, moral of the story, guys. Right now, altcoins are getting hammered, and I think anyone who is in a position that is anyone who is in a leverage position, if you manage to short the market or short a particular altcoin yesterday, you would have made crazy amounts of money. But shorting is just so is actually very very random. It may be very random. It's always very technical, because every time when there's a very heavy sell down in the market, you always have very sharp technical bounces. Okay, so take note on that. So right now, if we look at the charts, right, Bitcoin has not budged much. It has a lot of price support at the 22.5. Okay, looking at the technical charts, right, 22.5. But I do not like the fact that it's forming a double top. Okay, so a double top basically means that there's a potential for a reversal. In a sense that, no, not a reversal, more of a continuation trend downwards, right? A double top or a double bottom. Double bottom is usually favorable to go upwards, whereas double tops are usually meant to go down, right? So looking at the charts, the 4-hour charts is looking to form that manner. But I always never take chart patterns too literally in the crypto space, because they have already learned how to create or paint the charts in a certain manner to create a certain psychological reaction. So hence, those who are always trading on leverage are always looking at these kind of patterns, where I don't really care too much about what overall technicals are going to happen at this point of time, because it's too early to say. It's too early to say. So, but let me share with you what happened last Christmas, okay? And the Christmas before that. So let's look at 2018, okay? So let's look at 2018 first. 2018, let's go to 2018. So 2018 in November period was already bad, right? November 18 was already bad. Okay. 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 Right. Right. Video beat productions. Yeah, sure. I will drop you an email. Very soon. Okay. So, like right now, if you look at 2018, okay, if you look at 2018, 14th of November, the market started to dip already. That didn't happen in this case, right? But however, if we look at December, right? December period, there was already a dump here already. It may look very insignificant, but let me zoom out. Let me try to zoom out, guys. Okay, look. Okay, you had this climb. You had this climb 24th of December. Okay. Yep, these are okay. No wonder I'm on 4 hours charts. Forgive me. Yep. Okay. So this was okay. November. Okay. So we had the rise, the run up. We had the run up. Okay. No. This is June. Where are you? 2018. Okay. 2018. Okay. So here we are, right? That sharp dip in November. Okay, 15th of December. 20. No, this is February already. Yep. Okay. So still, during Christmas period, right? 24th of December, you still had that drop. Not as bad, right? But because 4,000 to 3,006. Now, imagine not having this sharp dip. Okay, let's look at 2019 now. Okay, let's look at 2019. 2019 was here. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so you have, yeah. December, is it here? No, this is February. Okay. Yep, okay. So the Christmas period, there was already, before pre-Christmas period, there was a dump. And then this was March of the following year. This was slightly after Chinese New Year, right? So dump, now you're having a dump as well. Okay, but the dump doesn't seem to be happening so soon, right? It's like building up. And don't forget, guys, we had a very stellar rise in BTC leading up to today. So profit taking is definitely going to happen. Like it's pretty sure shot that profit taking is going to happen. There's no doubt in my mind that profit taking will occur. All right, now let's look at altcoins, or let's look at the next largest altcoin, which is Ethereum, right? Okay, Ethereum at the moment, because, okay, I think the savior for Ethereum right now is the staking 2.0. The staking 2.0 has kind of helped out, but as I mentioned, right, that even though there's a lot of people who are staking Ethereum, there's just also the other side where you have people who are still trading on the centralized exchanges, and a large part of the centralized exchanges, they are not really they're just doing a lot of market making at behind the scenes, meaning that they're buying and selling potentially to each other, to themselves, buying and selling to themselves. Okay, because the supply, imagine if there's already, I think, 1 billion okay, so what I remember was either 1 billion. Yeah, correct. So total value of Ethereum being staked at the moment has already crossed 1 billion. All right. So if already 1 billion worth of Ethereum is being staked, the balance is still either locked up in people's wallets who are not interested in staking. Then you have people who are trading on the centralized exchanges. That means they are not really they don't really care about the staking element, right? They're there to make a profit. All right. So you have that amount of folks who are still trading the crypto market. Okay. And then after that, you have people who are entirely not interested in Ethereum or Bitcoin. They are looking at the altcoin space. So let's just look at the next tier. So let's say, for example, we look at XRP. Now, XRP is a little bit of an exception because it's going through a lawsuit, or at least it's being sued by the SEC for 1.3 billion as we speak. So I think there's a lot of concerns in the market at the moment. Always, right, guys? Anything that so very sad, right? Like you look at XRP, I think people who were holding on to XRP are very, very disappointed. Like literally, whatever hope of going back to $1 has already been eradicated because of this current lawsuit, right? And I think okay, so everyone would have probably wanted to try trading a symmetrical or falling wedge or this flag, right? This rising this wedge here. Okay, this is basically a rising. This is a flag, right? So after this flag, okay, such a bullish flag, a momentum, and we're talking about 1 day here, you would have hoped that there would have been some bounce. You would have hoped that there will be some positivity and a move upwards. Okay, but it didn't happen, and it's pretty standard in crypto that every time that you try to play a breakout or try to trade a breakout, it doesn't happen. And that's what I noticed, especially for most of the time, if the moment a cryptocurrency, right, faces a lawsuit, that's why Bitcoin is very strong. It has there's no way that you can hit Bitcoin with a lawsuit, because Satoshi Nakamoto has never, he or she has never made it known who he is. He never claimed the credit. He or she never claimed the credit of developing this blockchain. Whereas everyone else wants to make themselves known. Like, I created something great. I created something that people are going to use and remember me. So it's very, very interesting that now XRP is being hit. So are we going to see a chain of large cryptocurrencies being hit, or blockchain networks being hit by SEC for various reasons? And I think the main reason is raising funds, especially raising funds because of Bitcoin, right? Raising funds through Bitcoin or whatever, and then not really filing with the SEC. Or it could always be being sued for any other reason. For example, potentially money laundering. For many reasons, because you're creating a financial network, right, that allows you to transfer money outside of the financial system. Then there's also the potential of tax evasion. And there are many, many reasons that the SEC may potentially come up with, right? Obviously, they are backing that. They may have the facts to back it up. They may not have the facts to back it up. But you know what? Whenever you have a lawsuit this big, $1.3 billion, you would have done some extensive research before you sue the company, right? So it's so ironic that when things are going up, you do this to people. And SEC is usually very smart. Only when there's enough money to take, right? Because they say, hey, guys, your XRP is already worth X amount of billions already. It's time to get something. So there's always a workaround, right? Pay the fine, right? Pay the amount, and then we'll leave you alone for a while, and you can go and do your thing. And then there will be always an out of court settlement. Because the US government needs money. That's the truth, guys. The US government needs money. And what other way than to go and hunt down the high value companies. And you can see and you can read, and it's a trend from anywhere from all the large cap stocks to even cryptocurrency, right? Every time it goes to a certain level, there will always be some kind of lawsuit popping out or whatever, and it's either whether you can pay or you cannot pay, right? The moment you pay, you already, you usually avoid obviously going to prison. No, usually the big boys, very rarely anyone is going to go to prison. Okay, it's always they're just going to pay it, right? If they don't want to pay, then obviously they do go to prison, but the likelihood is they're just going to pay it, and everybody does their own thing. Okay, that's the whole gist of it. Okay, so this is one of the cryptocurrencies that are also in the top 10 that are being very affected at the moment. So those who are or were buying XRP, unfortunately, you are back to square one again, like literally 2019 kind of square one. Like obviously not the low of the low yet, but as you can see from a technical standpoint, 22 cents, and then you have the bounce. Is XRP a good buy? I would avoid buying XRP at the moment, especially if they're fighting this lawsuit, because it could drag on, right? Meaning that the price action could drag on. This is all definitely accumulation. Like every time it's just a technical bounce. It's a technical bounce because it's a support, right? It's a support. It went below and then it went back up. But will it hold? I don't want to try. I don't want to say that it will. I feel that it shouldn't and wouldn't hold because of the current lawsuit. Like, why would anyone be buying more XRP during a lawsuit, right? Because yes, you may say no, when it's extremely bearish, it's time to buy. Yeah, sure. Like if you think about it, right, the whole correction from 70 cents down to what? The wick is here, 21 cents. You lost like practically 90% of the value. Like, yeah, close to 90% of the value is gone. That's crypto, guys. It's damn sick. Okay, now let's look at other stuff. I've covered. Okay, so okay, I think maybe okay. Wait. Let me rewind a bit and let's go to Ethereum a little bit more. Okay, so Ethereum has done quite a stellar move. Okay, Ethereum has already done quite a stellar move. Let me get some of these little tools. Okay, so how much have we moved up this year? Okay, wow. Yeah. So Ethereum has moved. Okay, this is the March low, guys. Okay, so I think maybe if you want to be a all-time high or year to date. Okay, let's year to date. We look at where we. Okay, so okay here. Okay, so year to date still not too bad. 414%. So there's a lot of room for correction. I think I did a video quite some time back that I think the 450 mark. So I would prefer 400 to 450, at least for now. Seriously, technically, 400 to 450 would be the safer bet. Now, it's holding very well because of the people who have been putting their hard-earned or hard-earned money into Ethereum. They bought whatever at whatever. They are already deep in the money, right? Especially if you bought during this whole period, right? You're safe. You're pretty much very safe. Let's assume that we have another correction to 400 to 450. Okay, that's a good. Yes, I love you too. Later, okay, we talk later. Okay, stop. So 550 to 550. Now it's 585, and it drops down to 450. Like I said, guys, all this is happening on the exchanges. When anything can happen on the exchanges, whatever the market makers or manipulators, whales want to do, always try to work it the other way. Try to be patient. I think a lot of people fail to be patient. People want to make quick money, and that's why they get liquidated. That's why they are very desperate. They want to squeeze in that quick buck. They keep listening to every single other YouTuber who is making quick money, or their friends who have made quick money through leverage. Sometimes you must understand that the person has been looking at a particular cryptocurrency or has been trading in a certain way and they manage to catch the trend. And while you, on the other hand, are busy doing your thing and you have never touched leverage before, you are trying to squeeze out whatever you can and you end up only losing your money. That is one of the most painful experiences, and it happened twice already from people who are with me in my group. I keep reminding them, don't touch leverage, don't touch leverage. And they go and touch leverage. It's very, I can't say it's annoying because it's your money. But it is kind of frustrating when I've already mentioned and yet you do the freaking opposite. Then what's the point of joining? Like, don't join. You go and do your own thing. You go and watch every other thing and you form your own opinion and take responsibility for your own actions. That's the best thing I can say. Because, like I said, that's why I never dare to do any kind of workshop. Because I know people will get greedy. I just know it, guys. Like, can you imagine I'm already running a group that has been... Look, Legacy has been around for like close to 4 years. It's going to be the 4th year for Legacy. Legacy is not open to public, okay? Protégé Pro has been running since 2018, okay? 2018 till now. So we slowly built the group, and people who come and go, right, for many, many reasons. They either run out of cash because they put in the fund, they overcommit. So that's one. I think committing your resources is one of the major problems. So you have this pool of funds. Let's say you came in to the group with a $10,000 capital. The moment I put out a trade call or an accumulation play, all the USDT goes into that trade, or all that BTC goes into that trade, hoping to flip or make 15% fast. Now, if you want to put $10,000, make sure you have at least $100,000 to $200,000 extra to trade the market. Don't come into the group and then you only have $10,000. You put everything into one trade, and then after that you have no more money. Like, why bother? Like, how? Like, what, you expect me to give you 100% return the moment you join? Like, when did I ever commit that? Never have I ever once in my freaking 4 years to 3 years on YouTube have I ever committed such a thing. Like, I personally don't even know. Like, do you know? Do you really know? Does any top YouTuber always get all his calls correct? Seriously, who does that? Like, if you want me to call, I don't want to smash people, but everyone gets it wrong, guys. Every freaking human being gets their calls wrong, and all it takes is one wrong call, and that's it. You're out of the game already. And it takes a long time to save up and build resources before you can try again, because you are working. Unless you're some kind of trust fund baby, right, where you have mom and dad's funds waiting behind the scenes to support you, then okay, you are an exception. You are the top 0.1%. But then why are you watching this channel then? You can do whatever you want. Don't watch this channel, right? I'm here to help people who are working their way up and building a portfolio in the crypto space. That's what I'm doing, guys. It takes work. In fact, to be frank, it's very difficult. And I tell you the truth, it's always difficult. It has never been a day that is easy. There's never a day in crypto that is easy. You can say it's enjoyable, people are making money. Bullshit. I say bullshit. I want to call everyone out, because firstly, when you trade the crypto market, it is a 24/7 market. There's no such thing as a rest day. There's no rest day, guys. 24/7, okay? And firstly, even though I don't do leverage, I know for a fact that my members secretly do it. There's nothing you can do. Because you must understand, no, every 1% I could potentially make 10 times. Let's say on 10x. Even if conservative, every 1% I could make 3 times. Every 1%, you know. So can you imagine that if you pick your spot correctly, to do that leverage at that right time, everything is multiplied. That really gets to you. It really gets to you, guys. It really gets to you. But because I'm seasoned enough, and I've gone through enough cycles in the market to know that all you need is one time to get it wrong. and your whole account is wiped out. The moment your account is wiped out because of a liquidation, your whole morale is down. You don't talk about Christmas anymore. You're gonna have the shittiest Christmas ever. The shittiest. And you're gonna have the shittiest New Year ever. Already got coronavirus already, right? The whole COVID, right? People are losing jobs. Maybe you're also struggling to keep your own job, right? Then I would safely say don't trade. Just do dollar cost averaging. Dollar cost averaging strategy may be so simple. It may be very grandma, grandpa, auntie, uncle, but it works. Guys, it works. Dollar cost averaging works. And I can safely say why it works. Look, people who have been dollar cost averaging from the last year's November to December, I was doing a chill out session, right? If you watch that chill out session, yes, it may be 2 hours long, but look at the prices that were shown in my Discord at that time. And look at where the prices are today. Just do basic dollar cost averaging strategy. Yes, there are going to be certain tokens that will not do well. You dollar cost average, unfortunately, wow, for the next whole year, it does nothing. It doesn't even give you a potential return of that is even worth mentioning. But all it takes is one pump in the year, and you build up enough during the so-called winter period, as they say. You know, you build like a squirrel, you know, storing up all the food for winter so that they don't starve. And when the time comes and the pump happens, the bullish momentum happens. Every year there will be bullish momentum. Every year there will be bullish momentum, guys. You just have to stay the course and build the position. How difficult is it? How difficult is it? And I feel a little bit emotional because I feel for the people who have been watching. And you tell me you watch. You Ryan, you're doing a great job, Ryan. You're doing it right. Then I'm thinking, you do it right, then why do you do it wrong? Then why do you do it wrong then? That's what I'm trying to understand. I don't get it. Like, okay, so you follow me, you watch me, but then you don't even bother to really follow the instructions. And my instructions have been very clear, what? All the while I've been very clear. I speak clear, concise English, guys. Sorry to go on a rant, but seriously, I gotta drill this in. Always any new person that comes in will make the same mistake forever because it's human greed, it's human nature to be greedy. And because you lack experience, when you lack experience, you tend to let it get the better of you. You become emotional. Like now, I'm emotional. I cannot deny I'm emotional. I'm emotional because all it takes is just... And I feel so sad. Like that person... When that person lost 1.3 BTC. Guys, 1.3 BTC is 20 over 1,000, guys. 1.3 BTC is like what? 23 times 1.3 is 30,000 US dollars, guys. Can you imagine? That's pretty decent, you know. 30,000 US dollars is pretty decent. And I do not know how old this person is. But 30,000 is a lot of money, isn't it? Like 30,000 US dollars, who wouldn't want that? But that person lost it in a matter of a few hours, building up for a few months, and yes, because I've been doing it for a few months, building. Like this is going nowhere. Building, going nowhere. Then all I want to do is do it one time. All I want to do is just leverage once. But that's the thing about the whole crypto space. It's so easily accessible. Being able to top up with your being able to top up with your credit card, being able to top up with your credit card, and at the same time the leverage is all available, 3x, 5x, 10x. That's the thing, right? That is the thing about this space. When it's so easy, it becomes like a casino. And when that happens, unfortunately, people get smashed. People get smashed, guys. This person who lost the 30,000 US dollars, do you think he's feeling happy right now? I know how bad it feels, guys. I know exactly how bad it feels because I'm a practitioner in the freaking space. I've been doing this for how long already? I know every single scenario, guys. Every single scenario, from lawsuits to YouTubers being sued, to YouTubers getting it wrong, and then after that getting smashed, to the fact that when you personally do leverage and you get the direction wrong, whatever guys, whatever scenario, been there, done that. Been there, done freaking that. And it is time to wake up, or else whatever life-changing profits, you will not deserve it because you don't even know how to follow simple instructions from people who are giving you the instructions. You can't even follow. That means no matter what course you go to, whatever workshop, guru, I tell you, you are the kind of person who will probably go for a high-yield investment program, put all your money into that high-yield investment program, lose all the Ethereum or Bitcoin, that high-yield investment program is going to eventually close and wrap up shop. You're going to be that person. Because you don't get it, what? You don't get it. You just don't get it. And you might as well just go to the casino, play baccarat, play blackjack. It'll be faster. It'll be more enjoyable. It will truly be. It will just be faster, right? And that's how you are, right? That's why I'm saying, if you don't know how to learn how to manage risks, you do not know how to build a portfolio. That's why I keep saying already, build a portfolio. Do you know that word comes with a lot of skill to build a portfolio? Do you know a portfolio takes how long to build? A very long time. You're talking about years. Okay? I don't like to hear, and I don't care about people who are telling me that they got 1 or 2 trades correct. Show me how well have you done through the many years. Show me how you have done in the many years. How you have diversified your funds into other assets. Tell me that. Tell me that with the funds that you made money in crypto, you cleared your debt. Tell me that. I like to hear those kind of things. Tell me that you paid down your mortgage. You paid down the first major installment of your home because of crypto. Give me something to be happy about, guys. Give me something to be happy about this Christmas. That I did something for the world. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Okay, so enough of the rant. I want to just go back to the charts. But I hope that 5-10 minutes of ranting, don't get me wrong, guys, I love this space a lot because I've seen how it can help people do very well, and I've seen how it has just made people become worse. It's a 2 spectrum kind of thing, and it was very, very expected. That's why I'm here, right? I'm trying to be the balancer, as they say. I try to help you weigh your options. I'm helping you be as well informed as possible because you're putting money into the space, right? Is your money from illegal, illicit activities? Then obviously you don't have to care what, because you're making faster money from illegal, illicit activities. But if you're not, you're a hard-working individual like myself. You're a hard-working individual like myself who has 2 kids, a mortgage to pay, a car installment, stuff like that. Liabilities, guys. Real life liabilities. Human liabilities. Every day you need to eat, right? Then crypto space gives you that opportunity. It still gives you that opportunity, but don't expect it to be fast. If you're in your mind, you always think about fast gains, fast. And the younger you are, you tend to be like that. The older you are, you become more experienced. It's like after a while, when you see a young hot chick when you're 16, 17, it's very different when you see a young hot chick when you're 40, 50. It's different. You become more mature. The approach is different. You let them come to you. You don't rush to them. It's very different. Same thing. Whenever I get folks who are in my group, I tell them never rush into a position. We accumulate. We build the position over time. We always anticipate. We try to anticipate. We don't make predictions, but we try to anticipate that potentially the market could sell off. Hold on, give me a second. So the market, right? The market could potentially sell down. When the market sells down, you tend to always have this issue, right? You have this issue where, okay, you thought that you're going to miss out. I think there are a few memes already that are going out there that Bitcoin is at 20k, right? people are queuing up to buy. When Bitcoin was here, no one was buying. When Bitcoin was here, no one was buying. You see, that's what I'm trying to say. If you were experienced enough, sorry, this is an Ethereum chart, but if you were experienced enough, you would make educated guesses in the market. You can make educated guesses. Nothing wrong, guys. No one can tell me 100% this is going to 1,000 today. Nobody can tell you that. Not even me. No one can tell you that. People can occasionally make and predict right movements in the market, right? And because of their so-called right predictions in the market, suddenly they become like gods. That's why I never like to make predictions, because I'm a human being. I never ever say that I'm a god, right? I'm a human being. Hence, I don't make predictions. I only focus on the plan, staying the course, right? And whatever dumb that happens, I always encourage my group, just accumulate a certain position. Accumulate until we get there. Until we can favorably cash out. That's the whole idea. And it's that simple. And I don't know why people cannot follow. That's the thing. Okay. So anyway, let's look at other stuff like Uniswap. I think Uniswap has a lot of potential. Uniswap technically doesn't look as fantastic at the moment. Okay. Uniswap doesn't look as fantastic. By the way, I'll come to the comments later, guys. So technicals first, and then yeah. So Uniswap is looking rather supported price-wise. Okay, it's working in a very nice parallel channel. To me, it's parallel, right? So why do I say that? Okay, now okay, so you have this very nice parallel channel that has been happening at the moment, and you have a technical support. Okay, you have technical support. See, look at where the wick ended off just yesterday. Just nice, slightly below $3. So now it's on the uptick. So I personally would actually, put a little bit into Uniswap, because Uniswap is still one of the largest in terms of volume. I think as of Uniswap.info. Okay, wait, let me see what happened. Yes, okay. So as of, I think, based on my past few times checking, they are about, oh wow, fantastic. It's 1.83 billion at the moment. Now, the past few days, ever since losing their liquidity incentive, the liquidity has been below 1.7 billion, but now liquidity is ticking upwards. And this is for Ethereum, obviously, but overall liquidity is at 1.83 billion, okay, which is very good, right? Which is very, very good. So it goes to show that the whole space, the whole Uniswaps, the whole DeFi space is relatively popular, okay? So that's one thing. So take note. Uniswap can build on. Now, let's look at the other one is Algorand, right? Algorand is looking pretty alright at the moment. Always have a lot of noise. That's the thing. I'm so sorry, guys. You see, that's the thing why it's very hard for me to do content. My kids are just driving me nuts, but unfortunately, I cannot like throw them away or whatever. It's just the way it is. So you have to bear with me, guys. That's why I haven't been doing a lot of content, because every time they have to be in school. Now is the holiday period. The elder one and the small one. So this is all live. This is all real, guys. These are my struggles. I'm not like a single man YouTuber or whatever. Okay. I'm not single. I'm married, happily married, but my kids drive me nuts. So I'm just telling you that. And we are working in a very high stress environment, which is crypto. Crypto is a high stress environment. If you cannot keep your emotions in check, it's very difficult. You better don't touch the space. Same thing. Hold on, give me a second, guys. Come. Quiet. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Okay, let me cover some wait, let me see. Okay, okay, wait. Okay, I hope you all don't mind the kid. Okay, I hope you don't mind the kid being here, guys. Okay, so as I was saying, right, Algorand also has a lot of news coming up and being announced on Twitter lately and on most crypto medias with integrations and collaborations. So take note, Algorand has not done exceptionally well this year. In fact, it's pretty much back to its ICO pricing, which was 24 cents, or was it 25 cents? I think 24 cents. So looking pretty attractive from a price point. As mentioned, please take note, okay, please take note that it's very difficult to validate why are we paying a certain amount for tokens. There is zero intrinsic backing of financial statements or financial profitability when it comes to a token. Okay. Okay, so Algorand looking pretty okay. Uniswap I already covered already. Holding $3 very, very well. Okay, maybe take a few questions here. Do you know Zermatt Neo? Okay, no, I do not know what you're talking about. I do not know what is that actually. Could probably that's a person or something. Okay. Okay, you're most welcome. Cree 2582. Okay. Okay, what's this? DCA is indeed the best strategy and always take profits. Yes, myself. Yes, always. Okay, so the hodl doesn't always exist. Okay, the hodl doesn't always exist. It only can exist for, unfortunately, the top two cryptocurrencies, Ethereum, and Bitcoin. Everything else is a gamble. Okay, everything else is a gamble because we do not know, right, how strong or whether or not the adoption will actually happen for that network. So I will never ask someone to hodl unnecessarily unless I see that, okay, the business model is sound. So hence, I think HT is still one of my long-term holds. But HT has been disappointing because despite the fact that, are they truly making money? If they're truly making money, why is their token still below $4? By right, they shouldn't be below $4. They should at least be $6. Don't tell me the whole year they didn't make money, that the token price doesn't increase. Hence, like I said, that's the unfortunate thing in crypto. Because in crypto, you're not buying into private equity. You're not buying into equity. Okay? Go and Google the term. It just means stocks in the company, where stocks should reflect the value of the company, whether is it on a speculative element or from an intrinsic element, right? Tokens are even worse. Okay, when you see staking or distribution, it just means that there's more tokens going to be put out into the market. It's going to be put into your wallet. That means there's more circulation for holders of the token. That just means that it's inflationary, meaning that it's just like the US dollar. When more US dollar is printed, the purchasing power of US dollar should go down. If you are you're paying for a particular asset in US dollars, okay, when you're paying for a particular asset in US dollars, you are obviously, if that asset class goes up over time because of more monetary printing, naturally, are you okay? Naturally, the asset class will go up in value over time because, one, there is demand, there are more people buying into that particular asset class, or two, there's so much printing of the fiat currency or let's just use US dollars, that loses value over time. That means you're just having to pay more US dollars for a particular item. It's just very normal. Okay. Okay. Let's see. What's your opinion on Tezos? Some thoughts on the SEC. Now, I kind of covered Tezos. In a sense that, okay, Tezos has went back down. So XTZ, right? So, wow. Okay. Yeah. XTZ. I exited the position quite some time ago already. XTZ at $5. Okay. So this I think people who follow Tizen, the cryptocurrency market, okay, XTZ is in quite a number of hedge fund portfolios. They are holding XTZ because I think they are giving a decent staking amount. But same thing, when you stake and they give you that staking amount through baking, right? They call it baking. Okay, and if you're a baker, when you receive the XTZ, do you dump it? The answer is usually yes. You don't. There are a few people who actually do build enough XTZ and then they create another node, right? Another large node, so on and so forth. And you want to do this possibly a number of times. But while doing that, you are also having to bring down your own capital risk. So what that means is that if your node is large enough that it can generate enough funds or fees, which is kind of likely for you to break even within the first few years, okay? Because I remember XTZ doesn't give that much of percentage. So I think 6-7%. So think of it this way, 6-7% per annum, right? Per annum of worth of tokens. So for every, okay, don't press the calculator, please. So for every, let's say $10,000, right? So sorry, no, not 10,000. So it's for every 10,000 XTZ, for example. Let's assume, okay, times 0.07, you get 700 XTZ in a year. Okay, which is not too bad. Let's say 7%. You get 700 XTZ per year. Let's say a node requires 10,000. You need how many times? You need at least 10 years or more to finally get another node. The next thing is the price of XTZ goes up, right? The price of XTZ goes up significantly, that the amount of tokens that you receive through staking allows you to gain back your capital. Obviously, your node is already making money, right? Your node is already making money. It's the same thing where people who own Ethereum have already made money from building up and mining Ethereum back in the day when they were using their mining cards. Was it ASIC miners already, or it was still GPU? I can't really remember. Anyway, it was quite some time back. So if you say spend $5,000 on equipment to mine, you want to recoup back that $5,000. Okay, so that's kind of like where I'm trying to get at. Then from then, everything on top of that 5,000 is profit. Okay, it's same thing where you buy a property with a loan. You pay a down payment, you get a loan, and then you start renting it out. It takes some, you allow the tenant or the renter. Can you don't make so much noise or not? So the tenant or the renter. Sorry, I'm Asian, guys, so the way I reprimand is not the lovey-dovey one. So the tenant or the renter, right, will tend to pay off for your mortgage or your loan. You hope. So if you are trying to break even on your property, there's two ways, right? One, eventually the market or your property price goes up. Okay, that takes a number of years. 7 to 8 years is the right time frame. The next is that you always find a tenant, and when there is enough demand, you can charge a higher rental to have positive cash flow. That extra cash flow, if built up long enough, can help you to pay down your mortgage. All right? Then, once all these things come together, right, you are able to either pay off for the whole home, own that home, or you are able to sell off the home, move on and upgrade or buy another home. A lot of people leverage. And I think I've seen a story where people leverage and continuously get an equity. Now, because the rental market is so bad, right? The rental market is so bad that now those who own properties are not getting the social benefits that they are supposed to get, because they are earning an income from rental their investment properties, as they say, or rental properties. And because their tenants are not able to keep up and they cannot evict their existing tenants, right? They cannot evict because it's COVID, right? So they cannot evict their existing tenants out of those properties, and those tenants are not paying rent as well, right? It becomes a struggle, and these people are not generating as much money, or at least not enough to cover their own mortgages for the number of multiple rental properties that they have. Okay, so that's also happening as we speak. So could this actually potentially cause a housing market bubble? It could. It could, because if people have forgotten what happened back in subprime, back in 2008, 2009, during the Lehman Brothers and subprime, I think this time it's gonna eventually happen. Because if everyone has been leveraging, right, and even though there's a lot of conservative, that there has been, obviously, I think certain banks have been more conservative, certain banks are past few years have become more aggressive in terms of lending, then you're going to see the whole thing happen again, but maybe on a smaller scale, not as bad as last time. All right. Okay. So okay. So it's good to have noisy kids than a dumb kid. So it's okay for any father, and I had my share in my younger days. I'm holding a small bag of polka dot. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Polka dot is not too bad, guys. Okay. Polka dot is not bad. By the way, Lawrence Go, I am pretty much favorable in altcoins, because altcoins give us the best ROI, hands down. Though long-term ROI, okay, hold on. Long-term ROI, I must say Bitcoin, Ethereum have performed better. As in, from when we look, okay, when people compare and look down, top down, you're seeing traditional assets, bonds, stocks, mutual funds, ETF, okay, commodities, right? And then they see crypto. Crypto to them is Bitcoin, Ethereum. That's it. They don't see anything else. Bitcoin, Ethereum. Then people within the space will try to create ETF, index funds, top 5, top 10, top 50. But however, that number keeps changing. I think Polkadot has been doing pretty well from a price point. I've yet to do enough research to kind of say, okay, Polkadot is pretty good, but I'm looking at it. I'm looking at it, and I want to also figure out what Polkadot is doing. But I feel that right now, the key spaces that are going to look pretty interesting would be NFT, right? Non-fungible tokens, the NFT space, and I'll be looking at what you call NFT, and the other one will be the DeFi space, because DeFi, don't forget, generates a significant amount of revenue, especially when people are looking at yield farming, yield mining, and at the same time, if there's micro lending happening across the board, it can be very profitable. Now, the only thing that I'm concerned is, will that reflect directly or have a connection with the token price? Hence, like I said, if you're buying Uni, you're buying Compound, you're buying Balancer, you're buying Sushi Swap, you're buying Curve, is that linked? So if it's linked, it's quite a quick go ahead. But is it sustainable? That means there are enough people that are using it. I don't feel that there are enough people using it, because not many people know about our space. Look, let's just put it this way, not enough people know about our space, that there is that mass adoption. People will still think of the banks. People will even think of registered small business lenders, right? Who lend to small business owners. They are smaller run institutions that are licensed to be able to kind of provide funding for small businesses, but risk is on their own. They have to do the KYC and whatnot. Okay, what are your thoughts on DeFi market 2021? And you are very chilled, right? And I've been following you for a while. I've long time I've been on the channel. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, so what do I think about the DeFi market? I think I just covered that. I like I said, DeFi market will be gaining traction as the space matures, because the current centralized exchanges want to be compliant. They want to, for each entity or company that they set up in a particular country, they are going to be very compliant to that country's rules and regulations with regards to allowing their citizens to trade. Okay, so it becomes very restrictive already. Centralized exchanges, very restrictive. So if you don't have a bank account, right, the likelihood of you being able to trade becomes lesser. Whereas in the past, all you needed was Bitcoin or Ethereum, you can start to trade. Hence, there's no KYC for the DeFi space. But what happens is that will SEC come down hard on all these DeFi developers? So that's why if they are making a profit on owning the platform, right, you are still accountable. It doesn't mean that just because you created the DeFi platform means that I don't care. I don't know what people are doing on my platform. No such thing, right? Because right now, if you allow, especially so if you notice, right, there's very little fiat acceptance of fiat on the DeFi platforms. They don't dare to do that. They would usually just allow Ethereum, Bitcoin. But the moment if Ethereum or Bitcoin kind of have like there's a change in the way SEC views Bitcoin or Ethereum, right? And it suddenly becomes a currency. Like suddenly they just automatically say that, okay, we recognize, then the DeFi exchanges will have an issue. Because right now, it goes to show that there's a connection to helping people to cash out in fiat. That falls under anti-money laundering, right? So there's a potential, like, you're running a platform that transacts with money. Money can, and when you're having that ability to transact money, right, there is a risk that money could be from illicit or illegal activities being transferred from one party to another or one country to another without a trace in that sense, because it goes from wallet to wallet, right? That's when you have to take note that these creators, right, are at risk as well. But will it affect the platform directly? Can they say suddenly they shut it down? If the network is not big enough, yes, it can be shut down. Don't forget, there is very little loyalty to anything in this space. Very little loyalty. So please bear in mind that there are risks involved when you're buying anything in this space. Okay. Okay, guys. I think we have covered quite a bit already extensively. Any further questions? I'm going to get a little bit of water. Ask the last few questions and we'll wrap up the session. Okay, any last few questions, guys? If you have, yeah, okay, that's the Angry Birds and, yeah, okay. So, any last few questions, guys? If there are no further questions about the portfolio, markets, have a great holiday. Link could also be seen as a security, right? Link, Chainlink, like Link, right? Link, why would it be known as a security at this point? Don't mind me asking. I don't see Link as a security. No, it's just a token. No, it's not a security. Yeah. When you say a security, right, means that it's like a stock. None of these are stocks. No, none. As long as you're not buying into the company's shares or you don't own it. The reason why anyone would own any crypto shares, right? Like shares, you are a very, very private investor. That means somehow you got a deal that no one else got, right? So no, none of them are known as securities. No, SEC does not recognize any of this. Bitcoin, yes, it's known as an asset, but it's not a security. It's an asset class. It's like gold. Gold is not a security. It's gold. It's a precious metal. Okay, so guys, let's wrap it up. I just want to say, a Merry Christmas, a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to one and all. Like I said, guys, I love every single one of my followers, my subscribers who have been following me for the many years. And I think we have many good years ahead. But like I said, keep a level head, spend time with the family. When you make money in crypto, don't forget to, cash out, do the right thing. And we work towards financial freedom. Financial freedom means many things to a lot of people. And I think financial freedom to me is having the time freedom and not have to worry about money. That's me. What's yours? All right. Take care. God bless. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to share this content if you felt that it was of value. Cheers, guys.